For the number 3 spot, The Cabin in the Woods has made an appearance. I chose this movie because, unlike most movies, it doesn't give us the satisfaction of a happy ending. The story follows a group of teenagers being watched by a secret group of scientists placing bets on how they'll die, almost like a game show where you have to guess the horrifying fate of people. It takes a look at the nastier side of humanity, the same side where you laugh when somebody falls before asking if they're okay. But it takes that to the extreme. And if you want a movie that's full of laughs and screams, this is the one for you.
Number 3 on my list is Hereditary. I went into this movie completely blind. I saw just one small scene from one of the trailers that released a few years back, and I was immediately captivated. I was like, I need to watch this movie. The director later went on to direct Midsummer, which I personally think is ever so slightly worse than Hereditary. But with that being said, Hereditary is just creepy, it's visceral, it's real, it's horror at its finest. This is a modern day Exorcist. We will look back at this movie 10, 15, 20 years from now and be like, that movie is the Exorcist of this generation, just because of the tones, the realism, the grittiness. Everything about Hereditary is spooky and it doesn't hold back at all. The story follows this cult-like environment and it delves a lot into cults and family, as the title would suggest, and history, and things are passed on from family member to family member. Is always that one small thing that you think is wrong with all families, and this is it. This really is it. Hereditary is by far one of the greatest A24 movies I've also seen. A24 is a studio that hasn't led me wrong so far. I've enjoyed every single movie by them, but Hereditary is by far just, it's really spooky. And if you want a great scare for this season, I suggest watching it. It is currently free on Amazon Prime right now.